Welcome to Company Showcase, an advertising feature on HowStreet.com.
I'm Jim Goddard. I'm speaking with American Manganese CEO and President Larry Reaugh. Larry, you've been outside the confines of the office this week. What's going on in the real world?
Well, that's a good question. I've been in meetings, and it's exciting. We're meeting with a company on maybe potential synergies, and I like what they got. They like what we have, so we'll see what happens. But nothing's concrete at this point. And one of the articles I read last year was investigations into the short selling and how much damage it's doing to the markets. And it's a little too late, to really start looking at that. The time to look at it was back 3 or 4 years ago. But they're having a ball out there shorting stocks, and people remember I did a lot of expose on that a couple of years ago, and that's enough said about that. But I'm glad to see they're looking into it, and maybe we can get the markets righted again. Dow's down another close to 600 points a day, and that seems to be a continuing trend. But I think when it turns around, it's going to turn around with a snap. It looks like a sharp decline and probably a sharp rally. The battery industry, well, recycling's starting to get its share of the news. There's lots of talk on recycling. They're looking at it again now as potentially being profitable. We've known that for 2.5 years, or we would never have gone down this road. And but anyway, it's good to see that everybody else is starting to look at that potential rather than saying there's no money in recycling batteries, which is nothing could be further from the truth. It's like saying there's no money in a 2-ounce gold project that's can be mined by open pit. And that's virtually the way I'd like to look at recycling the lithium-ion batteries with cobalt and nickel, manganese, NMC. There's lots of money in that, and there's a lot of interest. People are getting very concerned about what's happening to these batteries. Most of them ending up in landfills or being burnt, and with a little bit with maybe 50-60% of the cobalt coming back, and the rest going into slag. So I think we're in the right place at the right time, and I think that the shareholders that have stuck this ride through will see benefits next year. And, I'm certainly looking forward to the market next year. We've got enough money from this last closure on the private placement. It'll see us through well into next year, and but I think the markets will be better. And we'll close that private placement hopefully within, I won't say within a month, because it's Christmas and New Year's is only that period of time. And we're going to lose a couple of, days, a couple of weeks of productivity. But that's I had to leave a meeting to take this call, because I always like to be available for the podcast. And, I think, everybody's going to be happy with things as they start to break. We've got our patents that should be coming due any time. We should be getting the notification on that. We got other things that are going to happen. The pilot plant will get started this month. Things are looking up for us. It's great. That's about all I got to say right now, because my mind's on the meeting, but I wish everybody a happy weekend, and I'm looking forward to a break.
Larry, for people who are new to American Manganese, maybe just give us a brief sketch of the company.
American Manganese is a critical metals company that developed a disruptive process for treating very low grades of manganese, 2 to 3%, which the biggest deposit in the U.S. is that grade, and it's in Arizona, and we've done our feasibility work on that. The price of the metal, or the metal and dioxide, have to come up some more before that becomes feasible. But as things would happen, it looked Cometco looked at the chemistries of cobalt, and they thought that we could actually recycle lithium-ion batteries and get all that material out. And we've done a proof of concept and a lot of a year and a half of bench scale work to prove that concept. So, we're moving ahead with that. That's a resource that is virtually untapped in any with any methodology of getting out most of the valuable metals. So that is how we ended up in the battery recycling, lithium-ion battery recycling effort. And we're traded on the Toronto Stock Exchange Venture under the symbol AMY. We're traded in the U.S. under the symbol AMYZF, and in Frankfurt, Germany, under the symbol 2AM. The company has a website with all of our information on it. It's called AmericanManganeseInc.com. You can contact myself at Reaugh, REAUGH, at AMYMN.com. Or you can phone the office at 778-574-4444.
Larry, thank you so much for the update and good luck with the meeting.
Thank you.
I've been talking with Larry Reaugh, CEO and President of American Manganese. I'm Jim Goddard. Our conversation took place on December 7th.
Comments made on Company Showcase are an expression of opinion only and should not be construed in any manner whatsoever as recommendations to buy or sell any financial instrument at any time. Archived online at HowStreet.com. Company Showcase is a production of How Street Media Incorporated.